The top 5 Medicare Advantage nightmares. Yep, that's what today's video is going to be about. So let's jump right in. If you watch till the end, I'll tell you how to avoid these nightmares because Medicare Advantage plans are great plans, but you got to choose the right one that's right for you. All right, item number 1, limited network coverage. Yes, I said it. And I'm calling it item number 1 because it is the absolute biggest. So with Medicare Advantage, remember I told you it combines Part A and Part B through a private insurance company, which means that you are still in Medicare, but your Medicare is being provided by a private carrier. But with those carriers, they operate based on a network of doctors and hospitals. And so you have to check to make certain that your local hospital and your regular doctor are a part of the plan's network. This is horror number 1, because once the election period is over and you are locked into your plan, you may not be able to get out of the Medicare Advantage plan unless you call Medicare, and that's not a 100% guarantee. You may change plans one time during open enrollment, which is every year from January 1st through March 31st. But if you do not change plans during that time, or if you don't find out the details of the plan that you're enrolling into, you could be locked into the plan and be on the outs for the remainder of the year. Nightmare number 2, prior authorizations. What most people don't know is that when you are in original Medicare and you have a supplement, Medicare generally has less prior authorization requirements than most Medicare Advantage plans. So let's think about this now, okay? So Medicare Advantage plans are through private insurance carriers, and they choose the restrictions and how they will manage the plan based off historical data. And so a surgery that normally Medicare would say approved, the plan could come back and say, wait a minute, we need to ask the doctor a few questions on this before you can have this surgery, or before you can get this prescription, or before you can get this durable medical equipment. Sometimes there's a waiting period involved, and things don't necessarily move in real time. In other words, as soon as your doctor tells you you need something, the insurance company is sending you a letter saying, hey, wait a minute, before you can get this, we need to verify this, this, and this. Horror number 3, not realizing what it's going to take in order for you to satisfy your maximum out-of-pocket. As I've said to you before, Medicare Advantage plans are great, and they're usually more comprehensive than just original Medicare. However, you need to understand, what does it take in order for you to reach 100% coverage and the plan starts paying 100% of everything? So what you have to do is make certain you understand, what is it going to take, worst case scenario, for you to satisfy whatever the max out of pocket is if you find yourself paying for service after service after service and thinking, at what point is my plan going to kick in and start paying 100% of everything? Horror story number 4, not realizing that your benefits changed from one year to the next, and not realizing that your doctor is no longer a part of the plan's network. So you had a great year in a Medicare Advantage plan. You thought it went wonderful. Instead of making any changes, you just kept everything the same. The annual election period is over. The open enrollment period is over. And here it is, your first doctor visit of the year. And your doctor tells you, we no longer take this carrier. Or when you were used to a copay, Now your copay has just doubled or tripled, and you're trying to figure out why. Nightmare number 4 has caught a lot of people off guard. And nightmare number 5 is probably the biggest nightmare of all. Not realizing that you cannot get your Medicare supplement back depending upon the state that you live in. So when you went on to Medicare, you decided to go with original Medicare and a Medicare supplement. But over time, you noticed that the supplement plan just kept going up and up and up. And somebody told you about Medicare Advantage. Well, so you tried it the first year. The first year it was great. You liked it. But the second year you got sick, and the state that you live in does not offer you guaranteed rights throughout your tenure on Medicare. And so you passed your Medicare Advantage trial right that gave you 12 months to go back to the supplemental plan that you had with the same carrier. So you can't go back there. And now because you're sick, maybe you've got diabetes, maybe you've got cancer, and you want to get a Medicare supplement plan back because you realize that you would have paid less out of pocket with your Medicare supplement than with the Medicare Advantage plan that you're on. You fill out an application and the carrier asks you, have you had your medical illness in the past 5 to 10 years? And now you have to say yes. There is a strong possibility that you will be denied based off the state that you live in. There are only about 9 states that offer guaranteed issue rights on Medicare supplements year-round. And now you're stuck in the Medicare Advantage plan, and your only alternative is to find the best Medicare Advantage plan during the next available enrollment period that's going to give you the most coverage for your condition. So, I told you I was going to tell you how to avoid these nightmares. The first thing I have to recommend to anyone is talking with a health insurance representative that is reputable, knowledgeable, and understands the ins and outs of Medicare in your state is very key. A good agent is going to ask you about your prescriptions. They're going to ask you about your doctors. They're going to ask you about your lifestyle to understand what's the right plan for you. The second thing that you can do is always check the plan's network from year to year. Don't assume that your doctor is always going to be in the network. Make certain that your preferred hospitals are going to be in the network. Check your benefits year to year. Every year, carriers have to submit what their new plan design is going to be for the following year. And that plan design could change from year to year. And so it is important for you to sit down and review with your agent or a health insurance professional what your benefits are going to, and determine whether staying would be the right thing to do or making a move would be the best in your best interest. So as I said it, these are the steps that you can take to avoid having a Medicare Advantage nightmare. I'm not saying that Medicare Advantage plans are not good. What I am saying is that they are right for the right person, and it's important that you sit down with a healthcare professional or agent that's reputable in your state to determine what is best for you. Now, if you would like to learn the 3 top ways to avoid the Part D penalty, click on this next video. Thank you for watching How-To-Medicare. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel and comment down below, and also turn on those notifications as we will be posting videos on a regular basis.